Hey friends, today we're going to be talking about Maybelline's Nude collection. I have the original one over here as well as the blush collection right here. First things first though, sorry I look like a hot mess. My head's freaking hurting and my hair's not done up or anything, and it's really ridiculously hot. So for anybody out there that says, oh, Canada's full of snow and they sleep in igloos and, you know, they don't have cars, they have sleds. No, we don't. It's so hot. Holy shit. It's so hot that I feel like my sweat is also sweating. It's ridiculous. I'm literally trying to do this really quickly before my daughter wakes up from her nap, because God knows she's allergic to sleep. And to top that off, my makeup looks like a hot mess because apparently this year is going to be the worst for allergies, so my eyes just won't stop watering. First things first, we're going to be talking about the Nudes palette. This is the original one. It comes in the black container with a clear panel view, which I really love. It also comes at the back. It has like a little tutorial thing in which it shows you how you can use the palette into quads, trios, and duos. So as you can see, it has 12 colors. The Nudes palette obviously comes in mostly taupes, browns, and warm colors. Now this palette over here costs maybe around $13 if you buy it at Walmart, which I recommend buying it at Walmart because that's the cheapest price you can get, unless you go to Shoppers and they have some kind of special for Maybelline. But usually that's where the cheapest stuff is, so that's where I go. Because we ain't trying to be broke here, okay? It comes in 3 different eyeshadow kinds, I guess you can say, which is satin, metallic, and matte. Yeah, it has 2 matte colors, which is the brown one here at the top and then the black one here at the bottom, and then some of it is, well, most of it, like these shades over here, most of it are all like satin, and then this one over here and this gold over here are all metallic. So when I first started doing makeup, one of my first eyeshadows was from Maybelline, and I remember really loving this eyeshadow regardless of its color. It was gold. It was back in my clubbing days. So I thought, hey, let's get this. I'm going to look so hot. So I got it. So when I saw this palette, I thought, hey, maybe I like this too, like the ones that I had before that I liked, which is, it's this one over here. It's like super old. It's Expert Wear Golden Halo. I don't even know if they still have it, but it's very pigmented, and I love it a lot. I love it. I still love it now. See how pigmented that is? And see the difference when I put on the new formulation? Because I think they changed it. Otherwise, I don't know what happened to the pigmentation. I don't know. Maybe somebody effed up, missed something. I don't know. But it's not there. See? Very big difference. As you can see, this one is the old one over here. Very beautiful color. Anyways, so I thought, hey, maybe I should get this. I'll probably like it too, like the ones that I had before. But when I actually tried it, I was more than disappointed because I was not impressed at all by this palette. Like, at all. I'm not saying there's no color payoff. There is color payoff, but I feel like it can be improved. Like, a lot. When you use these, it tends to get muddy and it tends to look like it's just one color, because you can see there's a lot of, like, obviously color variance and everything like that, right? But when you put it on, it's different. It doesn't look the same as the ones on the palette, you know? Like, it's not as pigmented, therefore when you put it together, there's not much definition. Unless you use a different eyeshadow from a different palette, then perhaps maybe it'll work if it has a better pigmentation. But otherwise, I don't really see it working. Now, the quality of this palette is not really that great either. I feel like most of their eyeshadows can be a little bit chalky, which means there's going to be a lot more fallout. There's nothing really that stands out to me, something that I could call my favorite. They're all very mediocre, I guess. I find that you get the most color payoff when you use the metallic colors. Like this one, for example, comes with the gold. Hold on, let me focus it. There you go. So, like the gold over here or the bronze at the top, those ones are usually the ones with the most pigment. Otherwise, all the rest of them kind of are the same. So would I keep it or ditch it? Personally, for the price point, which is $13 for a palette, is not bad. It seems like you're pretty much getting what you pay for, but this is probably a ditch for me. I wouldn't want to keep it at all. So the original one has a sister, and it's called the Blushed Nudes. This palette I actually really wait, no, I don't really like it, but I like it better than the original one. I find that, especially for some reason, the packaging of it reminds me a lot of Urban Decay's Naked 3 palette, except for the fact that it's not obviously in a tin container, but the color of it kind of reminds me a lot of it. So this one obviously has 12 palettes, 12 colors as well. Most of it is pink toned, cool toned, obviously due to the fact that it's called blushed palettes. I don't know, I feel kind of 50-50 about it. There are colors that I really like. Like one of my favorite colors would be this color over here. It's not exactly a transition color, but for some reason I love using it as a transition color. It looks like it's taupe and somewhat brownish, but when you put it on your eyelids, it's actually really kind of pinky. It has a pink undertone. For some reason it works for me. I really love it as a transition color. Now these two colors over here at the top, which is the pink one and like the rose gold ones, they're actually really buttery, and I love using them. The only thing is that when you use it, it only works well if you use your fingertips. If you use a brush for it, I'm not really sure how well the pigmentation and the payoff you're gonna get is, but yeah, I just use my hands for it. And then these ones over here at the top, the same as the other sister, the original one, it has color payoff, but it's not really that much, and also it's very chalky, so I don't necessarily like using it. This color over here, I just don't understand. It literally just looks like it's dark brown and they put like glitter on top. Both of the palettes come with a little, I don't even know what to call these, like eyeshadow applicator that looks like this. Yeah, no, nobody's gonna use that, so that's going in the trash. But yeah, for this palette, it's a little bit different than the original one. I find myself using a lot more colors in this one. The garbage men are making so much noise that I can't film. If you're hearing that creaky, rusty sound, that's the garbage truck. So I'm just trying to wait for them to leave so I can film, because they being rude right now. Alright. The only other problem that I could think of for this palette, aside from the fact that it doesn't really have a lot of color payoff and that I could only really use like certain colors, is the fact that just like the other one that I showed you, it has instructions at the back as well that you could obviously use as quads, trios, or duos. The only thing is, as you can see, like the other one, you have to use the color right beside it or right below it. But if you look at it, most of the colors are very close together, so I don't really see it working at all because there's not much color difference from each other, as you can see over here. Like if you were to use this as a trio, it really wouldn't make sense, and it would just probably look like it's just one color because there's not a lot of color variation. Same for this one. It really wouldn't work because then how could you really use all dark colors or all light colors or medium colors or anything like that? So is this one a keep or a ditch for me? For the price point and the fact that I have a lot more colors to use, this would probably be a keep for me. So that's the end of our review for today. I hope you guys liked it and I hope you guys find it useful. Please don't forget to subscribe down below. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.